Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. We are at that stage where now we are receiving results, and I just decided to do this video to ask one question that I have really struggled to answer in my inbox. And this is the question: which are these results that media are displaying, and why is it that IEBC is not giving us results from Bomas of Kenya? I want to answer that question and then just give you a direction on how exactly you can do your own projections and your own tallying this night, because this is going to be a busy night. As I was doing this video, the IEBC chairman, Wafula Chebukati, had received 50% of Form 34A. I will explain what that form is. Now, if you check the IEBC website, you can go straight there, even though I realize the website is very busy, so it's really in a buffer. So if you try to get in, it's not going to be very easy. But IEBC is uploading Form 34A, which is the results declaration form at the polling station. Now, they are uploading these forms in their IEBC, in their portal. And if you check their website, this is public information. So if you have a team, you can also sit down and access these forms and do your own tallying from home. This is according to a ruling, I think it was mine and Kiai in 2017, that the results that are received, the results in Form 34A, which is the result declaration form at the polling station, are final and they cannot be altered. However, the commission must receive the physical forms from the returning officers for verification before tallying the final results. Now, whatever is happening now, the forms that IEBC have are just JPEG copies of results that were maybe it was a screenshot or that was snapped, then sent electronically to the commission. However, the POs are supposed to collect all those forms and give the returning officer, who will physically take those forms to the National Tallying Center in Nairobi with the constituency, with the Form 34B, which is the one at the constituency. So that is one thing that is happening. But then IEBC cannot display the results there, the comparative results of Raila percentage and that, because those results must be verified by the physical copies, and that must be done when all of them are received. Now, media is tallying based on their own. There are those that are receiving data direct from ground, because when the PO is the presiding officer, is releasing results, it's in public and you are allowed to take screenshot, or rather to take photo of that and even record and send to your to the media. The media are allowed to do that, political parties, and I think even observers. So you'll not be shocked to see the other day this media giving these results, that one giving these results, and of course they have an idea of what is happening. They can also receive this data from their portals, because from the portals of IEBC, because the results you are seeing at IEBC portal are final and cannot be altered. The media agents are allowed to snap and release these results. So this then depends on your strategic objective, or rather the angle that you're taking. If you watch perhaps media station Citizen, you'll see then maybe they are at 100, they have tallied more compared to what other media stations have done. There are some stations that are also considering regions, so maybe they're tabulating Rift Valley and Nyanza, others are tabulating starting with Western and Coast, others are starting Eastern and Western. So it is different depending on your strategic approach to tabulating the results. This is something that is here. But what I can rather say authoritatively is that the results that you see from different sources, unless that result is from the polling station, That's one thing you need to confirm, because tonight there are a lot of propaganda results that are just coming to show this and that. But then someone might ask, what is the state of the race, or what is happening? For example, there are different tallying centers, and the tallying center that I have personally interacted with, they're telling me that results now are coming from different places. The agents are receiving, the agents at the polling station are sending the results to the tallying center from different places. But what you can only see are in terms of the polling station. Kama mtu amepata hii, mwingine amepata hii, mtu amepata hii, mwingine amepata hii. So you can use that to make a projection. Let me just give you an example of this one that has just been shared by the Star. If you check the Star, I took this very interesting. I want just to read for you. I'm just taking this snippet to give you an idea how it is running. East African School of Aviation polling station, Embakasi East, Raila 230, Ruto 110. There is also East African School of Aviation polling station 3, Embakasi East 224, 160. These polling stations are few meters from where I stay. East African School of Aviation polling station 5, Embakasi East 243, 114. So of course when there were being results were being released were there. You could see the trend in Nairobi where it's almost 50. When Raila gets one, for example, Raila gets 240, Ruto gets 100 and something, it can make you get projection. But again, different regions are different. Kibera will be a different story. I want to share with you Machakos, Kibwezi polling station 2, Raila 117, Ruto 80. Taita Taveta, Maweni Village, Raila 224, Ruto 129. I want to share with you also one from Kilifi polling station, primary polling station, Raila 194, Ruto 91. Thika Stadium, Stream 2, Stream 6 in Kiambu, Raila 132, Ruto 248. I'm just leaving Wajakoya because it is inconsequential. The votes are not even reaching 10. Thika Stadium, Stream 2, Kiambu, Raila 124, Ruto 245. Thika Stadium, Stream 18, Kiambu, Raila 128, Ruto 247. Now this is what you can receive. If you go through that data, you can receive this data and it can make you see the projection in the voting pattern in terms of percentages. If you look at Thika, Raila is fairly doing 50 in terms of the turnout, but again it also points out to a turnout. What generally we've observed is that there is a low voter turnout, and I think that is now been that is what has really shocked the country. So I want to just dive deep and explain from what you have, from what you are receiving and in your screens, in the media stations or online, from what you are consuming, even what you are consuming from the IBC portal. What can you see? How can you interpret it? I think that will be very important. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly subscribe, click the notification bell and watch our video. I want to still remind us about Sarah Atieno. Guy, this is the very 5 days to it. I'll really try to remind us so that we reach this target. One of our subscribers, she's locked in Kenyatta Hospital over acute leukemia. Bill is 1 million. And after reaching out, we were doing a at least 50 shillings challenge. And our idea was if 50,000 members of this channel could contribute donate at least 50 shillings, we'll be in a position to fundraise 1 million. We are halfway towards the target. I think we are now doing 550. And we believe that we can still pull this. This can still happen. So we are still continuing to implore you guys to come up and just support. You can send directly in my number 0710 62 78 89, Kevin Oduor Olo, but it will now come Kevin Olo. Then you can also reach out directly to Sarah. Anything even above the 50 shillings, her number is 0716 357 360. Sarah Atieno. And we are so glad. Thank you for those guys who are still sending. I know because of this election, we are receiving a lot of calls and a lot of messaging and a lot of data. So I may not be in a position to respond to all, but I still continue to say thank you. I see those messages. Nearly to sometimes I get held up. Guys, the anxiety building on the results can easily explode. And that is why I think the commission psychologically, to avoid that bashing where maybe you've been tallying results the whole night, then the one candidate was leading, then at one point you realize that you have different results. But you must also attribute this to the fact that the result transmission, the one that the screens at Bomas of Kenya, failed in 2013 and 2017, and there was that issue of algorithm and all that. So one thing you can see is this mode of transmission of results has actually eliminated the server question, because now no one is talking about the server. These forms are coming directly from the polling station. The presiding officer sends to the commission, and everything is done and is laid public. I think what was used to just maneuver and do monkey business is the issue of server, because many people never understood why the server was there. They were supposed to be received in a server, then from that server they get commission. So a lot of secrecy in it was eliminated by this simplistic way. It's very simplistic, but again it also adds to the transparency threshold of the process, because now observers can make their own, can do their own tallying from whatever IEBC is having. The only thing is that you cannot announce those results. Even if you tally and find your results as favorable as you want, or as accurate as you think, you cannot announce those results. Now, voting patterns can help make strategic projections. From those, from the IEBC portal, and whatever media is receiving, because what media is projecting in the screens there are not just results, they are from the polling centers. What you need maybe to find out so that you make this projection is, which polling stations are this? If they are saying we've collected 1 million, so which polling stations are those? That because understanding the tradition of our politics where it's local, you know that these strongholds are reported this amount and this, so you can make your projection. But it has also opened avenues for alternative tallying, which is a good advantage. It's a good injection in the election process, because if many people can tally and then people can compare notes, it's very easy even for the political parties, even though they have their own agents, it's very easy for them to conduct their own private tallying. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my update on those results and why IEBC has stopped screen display of those results at Bomas of Kenya. I know many people figuring out what happened in 2017 and 2013 were looking out for that. But yes, hold your hands, hold your breath, because I know that with results changing every minute, every second, people, I know your emotions are really being played with. Psychologically, some people are really drained, but let's wait and see. For me, one thing I can say is the winner is going to come, because this election is going to be free and fair. Maybe someone does business in voting and Kim's kit and all that, but in terms of transmission, where there was also some dubious deals in the last general elections, I think for me that is sorted.